The sun goes down, the stars come out, and all that counts is here and now. My universe will never be the same. I'm glad you came. On this beat, had to go and get it in. Knock on your door, baby, come and let me in. I'm here to ride it out, so baby, settle in. I'll be your remedy, call me your medicine. That's right, your doctor, yeah, have a little sip of this vodka. Let's get to the physical part of this examination, call me your proctor. So finish on time, she finished whenever you need. Turning you out while you're turning me on. Better than ever, you better believe, yes.
Hey guys, it's Sai. I'm here at BMC, and behind me we have the Miura Edition Aventador and the Aventador S. And I'm gonna be talking to you guys today about the differences between the Aventador and the Aventador S. Why are so many people so excited to place their orders for the Aventador S? I'm really curious to see the differences, and we'll start here by talking about the exterior differences. So as you guys can see, the front of the two cars is totally different. So the Miura Edition is basically the standard Aventador with a little bit of like paint differences. And here you guys can see the shark fin kind of design on the Aventador S. And let me take a closer look. This is the front of the standard Aventador. So that's one really big difference between the two cars. You can definitely tell that they're from the same family, but they're also, the front end is just completely redesigned. And another really notable difference is, squeezing in between the mirrors, is the side air intakes. You guys can see this one is open and fixed always like the SV, and this one on the Aventador is movable, so it moves when the car is going, you know, like faster, temperature, all of that. There's a variety of factors that open the air intake that on the standard Aventador, but this one is fixed, which also helps with weight reduction because there's no mechanism to open and close it. But another thing that helps with weight reduction on the Aventador S is this new titanium exhaust. So this is a new exhaust specific to the Aventador S, and if you guys want to see, this is what the exhaust of the original Aventador looks like. So yeah, it's a difference that not only stylistic, but it helps with weight reduction. A really cool thing about this engine is it is surrounded by carbon fiber. Let me show you guys. Check this out, guys. This is all carbon fiber here, 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 and the X-frame too. This whole thing is covered by carbon fiber. So about the engine, it is a 6.5 liter V12, just like the standard Aventador, but this car has 740 horsepower, as opposed to standard Aventador 700 horsepower, as you guys know. And this baby cranks out 509 pound-feet of torque. Amazing. And it sounds better too, because as I showed you guys, this is the new titanium exhaust, which is not only lighter, but it just sounds amazing. The Aventador S on the inside has a strong resemblance to the original Aventador, and my view on that is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I'm really glad the semblance is there because it's just great. And so these are the comfort seats, and they feel great. This is leather. It feels great. And I really love how this car is optioned out. And let me show you guys that too. So this is the seat, but what's really cool is on the back of the seat, I don't know if you guys can see it, the back of the seat is carbon fiber, which is really cool. And there's just a liberal use of carbon fiber on the interior of this car in general, which is really cool. Like for example, down the center console here, you know, the door handles are carbon fiber, which is a really unique touch. You know, on the top of the steering wheel here is carbon. Yeah, of course, I just said door handle. So really, really cool look and feel on the inside for sure. And I can't emphasize enough how comfortable I am in this car. You know, like, a lot of people say, like, you know, it's a V12, like, you shouldn't be super, it's not meant to, like, be as comfortable as it is, like, you know, to drive fast and brutally, but this is just an added bonus for me. This is amazing. So let me show you guys more about one really, or more than one. There's a couple things I want to show you guys with the car turned on. So let's do that. So this is how you turn on the car. And this is actually how the dash looks. But what's really cool is it changes based on what mode you're in. So let's go back. This is Strada. So Strada is street mode for this is you guys that don't know. Most Aventador owners will not drive in Strada. The only place I really see driving in Strada is if you're like kind of like sitting in a lot of traffic. Strada's probably better for that. You're not moving. Strada's good for that. And this is the sport mode. So you change the modes right here. So this is sport. And what's really crazy is how the display changes when I move to Corsa. Check this out, guys. This is actually very similar to the display on an SV. And it's totally, I see that this display is totally track focused. You see the RPM as, you know, like a half circle on top, which is really unique. And I have not yet been in Corsa in this car, but check this out. As you move the wheel, and I kind of cut it out there, you can actually see it change on the display of right here. And I think this is gonna be so cool, especially with the four-wheel steering. Like, if you can see all of the wheels move as you're turning, that's really cool. So this is an awesome display. I love, you know, this is just more reason to drive in Corsa, in my opinion. Like, I love this display, and I would drive in Corsa for that reason alone, even though there's a much more compelling reason to drive in Corsa, obviously. So, big thing people are talking about in the Aventador S is the fourth mode, which is new, and that is the Ego mode. So how you can actually set the Ego mode is you go to car, so you push on car, it takes you to where you can customize the Ego mode, and things you can change are the transmission, the steering, and the suspension, which is really cool. So as you guys know, this car has dynamic steering, so the slightest motion is enough to move the car because, you know, it is a track-focused car, but you can actually change it into 3 settings, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Strada, Sport, Corsa are the settings. Really cool, just because now this car, it just adds, you can add your own personality to it. It's just so customizable, and I kind of want one. So we're gonna take out the Aventador S and see how it drives as maybe even a daily in the city and out of the city, and take a really close look at it today. Guys, this is so exciting. We have a brand new Aventador S with 78 miles on it. This is crazy. Right off the bat, one of the things I forgot even existed, and I'm so impressed and surprised by in this car, is the parking sensors. It has this, so I don't have a camera back here yet, but it has this kind of like aerial view of the car, and there's a camera. The camera quality is so great. So I can see behind the car. I can see, I'm gonna turn it off because it's beeping because I'm really close to something, but I can literally see in high def on like the SV what's behind me, which is great. So already earning, this car is already earning some city points right here. All right. let's get going, guys. Already, I don't know if you guys saw, we hit that bump and the suspension is eating up the bumps in this city. I'm so impressed already with the suspension. It is magneto-rheologic suspension, which means that the car's suspension adapts based on the road you're on. So the suspension is actually changing, which is really cool and really practical for city driving. And as you guys know, the Aventador does not have that. So this is a major step up in terms of city points already. And already the transmission, I mean, just from the few feet we moved, it's so smooth. It's not like jerky at low speeds, which is really impressive actually. So really surprisingly, I can actually put the lifter down on most streets in the city. Not the hills, of course, but most streets. Wow, the transmission is just so smooth. So the Aventador S, like the Aventador, is a big car. It's wide, and I cannot emphasize enough how easy it is to drive. I feel like I have no problem driving a car this big in terms of even like length and width, just because Lamborghini did an amazing job. The popping is great on the Aventador S, guys. I according to my memory, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Aventador doesn't like crackle and burble like the Aventador S is right now, unless you change the exhaust. I know like you can do exhaust modifications to get that, but the Aventador S has it, and I love it. Wins in the city. To drive a car like this in the city, it's really impressive how the car is handling in the city. It's not jerky, it's not like, the bumps are super great, super impressive. And I know the other big question is, why would you be driving an Aventador or sorry, I'm having too much fun to talk right now. yourself in an Aventador S in the city. So it happens, and it does well in the city. Alright guys, we're gonna take the car out of the city and see what it can do on the road. So I'm gonna be in sport mode until we get to the freeway. Then we're gonna do Corsa in this car so you guys can see the four-wheel steering display and all. Just the power and the like how easy it is to drive. The combination is just something else. And the purples. And the brakes, really impressive. Carbon ceramic, of course. Somebody's texting me. Oh, we might have some very special guests on this drive, so that'll be fun. To British motor car distributors, BMC, as many of you know them, for this incredible opportunity. I am having so much fun in this car, and it's just to experience the Aventador S is just amazing. So thank you so much, BMC. And also, if any of you guys are interested in upgrading your ride, you should totally go see what they have. They have an amazing inventory of cars, all different kinds of cars too. They have, you know, Rolls Royce, they have Pagani, they have Bentley, they have Lamborghini. So they have everything, and definitely, if you guys are in the area, go check it out. I am so happy that, you know, with all the amazing opportunities I've had there. So really. Thinking about getting a V12 monster, the Aventador S is amazing.
Hey guys, I'm EJ Manuel. I play quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. Obviously my beautiful friend Sai allowed me the opportunity to come out and ride with her in this beautiful Lamborghini. And
the only problem is what?
Yeah, we had an issue. Obviously my legs are way too long for this car, so I'm gonna have to get back in the passenger seat and enjoy her driving. But great car though, I love it. So yeah, good to see you guys.